I do invite you to lie flat on your mat. And we're going to hug the knees into the chest. We're going to take a few settling breaths here. I now invite you, we're going to release the left foot to the mat as we continue to hug the right knee into the body. Inhale through our nose and a gentle sigh on the exhale. We're now going to let the right foot go to our mat and hugging the left knee into the body as we continue with our breath. I now invite you, take that right knee one more time, hugging into the body today. Feel free to sway or rock the body from side to side. We're now going to release the hands from the knees, letting the feet gently fall to the mat. I do invite you to take the hands to the belly, and we're going to take a few settling breaths here. This might be a time to set the intention for practice. My intention for the month of November is gratitude. Gratitude for this moment, gratitude for each of you as we join together in union for practice today. I now invite you, we're going to let the knees just fall open, keeping the hands to the low belly as you continue with the settling breath in through our nose and a gentle sigh on the exhale. I now invite you, taking the knees to center. And we're going to take that left foot to the right knee, taking the hands, threading them through the upper right leg. Gentle pull into the body as we continue with our breath. We're going to take 5 settling breaths here. I now invite you, release right foot gently to the mat. And we're going to take right foot to that left knee. When you feel ready, take the hands, thread them through the upper left leg. A gentle pull into the body as we continue with our breath. I now invite you, releasing left foot to the mat as well as that right foot. We're going to let our arms just fall to the side, taking the feet close together. Breath in We're going to let those knees fall to the right as we take our yogi gaze to the left. Exhale, taking a few breaths here. Inhale, knees to the center. And then let the knees fall to the left as you take that yogi gaze to the right. Exhale, taking a few settling breaths here. Inhale, rolling the knees to center. And just gently exhale. I now invite you, hugging knees into that chest, taking a few more settling breaths. Feel free to rock or sway that body from side to side. We're fixing to get a little more movement going in our bodies. I now invite you, we're just going to roll the body over to that tabletop position. Inhale, we're going to drop our belly, yogi gaze up. Exhale, chin to the chest, round upper spine, gaze to that mat. Inhale, drop our belly, yogi heart open, yogi gaze up. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to that low spine, gaze to the mat. I invite you to get into your own breath and body movement here. And settling to that tabletop, we're going to take the forearms to the mat. I do invite you to take the knees a little bit wider here, about hip width apart. We're going to kind of do a rock and sway to the back and then rock it forward. We're giving the hips, the pelvic floor a little extra TLC today. I now invite you transitioning the body to that tabletop position. And we're going to start swaying the hips from side to side. If you'd like to go a little deeper, take the yogi gaze out over the shoulders as you sway from side to side. Continuing with that settling breath in through our nose. Gentle sigh on the exhale. I now invite you, take the body to that tabletop position. We're going to tuck those toes, breath in, lifting hips to the sky, finding our downward facing dog. We're going to take a few breaths here. Feel free to pedal the legs or embrace the stillness, your choice. We're now going to transition that body to our strong plank. Taking the knees to the mat, chest to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, settling to that downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Inhale, transition that body to that strong plank. Knees, chest, chaturanga dandasana, tummy to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, settling to our downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths. Transition to that strong plank. Take it to that chaturanga dandasana. Tummy to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking those 3 breaths here. We're going to take that transition once more to that strong plank, taking the left knee to the mat. Breath in, and we're going to transition to that modified side plank, lifting the right hand to the sky. Take that yogi gaze towards the right thumb. Taking a few breaths here. We're building strength today. If you want a little challenge here, lift the right foot away from that mat. We're going to circle right hand to the mat, turning the body forward to that center. Deep breath in, extending left leg to that strong full plank. Knees, chest, chaturanga dandasana, tummy to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Continuing with that settling breath in through the nose. Gentle sigh on the exhale. We're going to transition to that strong plank, taking right knee to the mat. Take a breath in as you transition to that modified side plank. Left hand to the sky, yogi gaze to that left thumb. Taking a few breaths, feel free to have a little challenge as you lift the left foot away from that mat. We're going to circle left hand to the mat, turn that body to center, extending that right leg back, find that strong plank. Have a little fun, knees, chest, chaturanga dandasana, tummy to the mat. Breath in, upward facing dog. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Continuing with that breath. We're going to transition to that plank, breath in, taking both knees to the mat, tabletop position. On your exhale, sink those hips to the heels of our feet, settling to that child's. We're going to take a few breaths here. Inhale, roll that body up, tabletop position. Exhale, settling to that downward facing dog. We're going to start walking the feet closer to our hands, keeping a slight bend in the knees. We're going to hug our elbows, swaying the body from side to side. We're going to let those hands swoop to that low spine. Very gently roll the body to that strong mountain pose. Deep breath in, take those hands to the sky, palms touching. On your exhale, we're going to go into a standing side stretch to that right. Inhale, center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, center. Open those arms slowly to that T shape. And we're going to wrap right hand around the low spine, taking left hand to the right shoulder. Yogi gaze is going to go over that right shoulder. Taking a few settling breaths here. Inhale, we're going to let the hands fall to the side of the body. Yogi gaze forward and exhale. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, let the hands and arms go to that T shape. And we're now going to take that left hand, wrap it around to the right low spine. Right hand to the left shoulder. Yogi gaze over left shoulder as we breathe. Inhale, let those arms fall free, taking the body to that strong mountain. Exhale. I do invite you to take the hands, heart center, chest, heart on Jolly Mudra today as we breathe. We're going to step that body to the front of our mats. Breath in, hands to the sky. Exhale, we're going to find that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to step it back to that plank. Have a little fun. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, settling to that downward dog. Inhale, step, hop it to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you step it to that plank. Have a little fun with that Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step it, hop it to the front of that mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you step it to that strong plank. Take an exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step it, hop it to the front of that mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step it to that strong plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to that downward dog. We're going to take a few breaths here, getting that body heated up, getting it moving. Taking a few moments to just embrace this present moment. I now invite you, we're going to start walking the feet closer into our hands. We're going to step the feet wide as if we have a bend in the knees. Taking a few breaths here. Hands can be at the mat. Hands can be hugging those elbows. Whatever feels good to you here. I now invite you, we're going to swoop the hands to that low spine. Gentle roll the body to that strong mountain pose. We're going to take the feet under the hips. I invite you to roll the shoulders down away from our ears as we breathe. We're going to take an inhale as we take the hands, heart, center, chest. Right big toe to the mat. We're going to practice a little balance today. We're going to lift right foot away from the mat. And then we're going to step right foot back. We're going to settle to that high lunge. Take hands to the sky. We're going to turn back foot, T-shape arms open to that warrior two. Inhale, left hand to the sky as we find that peaceful warrior. Exhale. Inhale, open to that warrior two. Exhale. We're going to turn that back foot as we find high lunge, hands to the sky. I now invite you, hands, palms together, heart, center, chest. And we're going to step right foot forward, settling to that Tadasana. Taking 3 settling breaths here. I now invite you, we're going to take that left big toe to the mat. Breath in as you lift it away from the mat. Have a little fun as you step it back to that high lunge. Hands to the sky. We're going to turn that back foot, open arms and body to that warrior two. Breath in as we take right hand to the sky, finding that peaceful warrior. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to transition, opening to that warrior two. Exhale. We're going to start turning that back foot, arms to the sky, to that high lunge. Palms together, take it heart, center, chest. Stepping left foot to the front of our mat, finding that Tadasana. I invite you to take a few settling breaths here. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, find that fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step it back to that plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we're going to sink it to that child's pose. We're going to take 5 settling breaths. Inhale, we're going to roll the body up to that tabletop. And exhale. So we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to walk the hands into our body. Feel free to take the hands to the knees, hands, heart center, chest here. We're going to take 5 settling breaths, giving our toes and feet a little love today. We're now just going to roll the body up. We're going to be on our knees. Let the top of the feet go to your mat. I do invite you. We're going to take the hands to our hips and we're going to take that right foot forward. We're going to settle to that Anjaneyasana today, that low lunge. So be mindful here. Gently sink a little deeper into that right hip. And then float those hands to the sky. Taking a few breaths. We're going to circle the hands down to the mat. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky. Yogi gaze to that right thumb. I invite you to take a few settling breaths here. We're going to circle right hand to the mat. Start tucking the toes on that left foot, lifting right knee away to that runner's lunge. And we're going to take a few breaths here. I do invite you, the left knee to the mat as well as that right knee. Find that tabletop position. Breath in. Exhale. Sink hips to the heels of our feet, settling to our child's. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale, roll that body up to that tabletop, and exhale. So I now invite you, we're going to roll the body up. We're going to be on our knees, and we're going to work that left side. So take the hands to the hips, and then take left foot forward on that mat. Settling to that Anjaneyasana today. Feel free to float those hands to the sky. Taking a few breaths. We're going to circle the hands to the mat. Continue right hand grounded to the mat. Going into that little twist as you float. Left hand to the sky. Follow that yogi gaze with that left thumb. We're going to circle left hand to the mat. Start tucking toes on that right foot. Lifting right knee away. Find that runner's lunge. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to step right foot or left foot and right foot back. Find that strong plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, Dandasana, tummy to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, sink it to that child's. So we're going to speed that movement up. Breath into tabletop. Then we're going to take the tummy to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to that child's. Inhale, take it to all fours. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to that child's. One more time. Inhale. Find that Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's. So I now invite you, we're going to have a comfortable seat on our mat. Settling to that easy pose today. Making those few adjustments. We're going to take a breath in, hands, heart, center, chest. Exhale. Inhale, hands to the sky. And on the exhale, right hand to the mat, left hand over to the right. Good, seated side stretch. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, roll the body to center, both hands to the sky. Exhale, take it to the left. Taking a few settling breaths. Inhale, center, reach hands to the sky. And on the exhale, we're going to let the hands just go beside us on the mat. Inhale, reach for the sky. And then we're going to swoop right hand behind us, left hand to the right knee. Going into our seated twist today. Taking a few settling breaths. We're going to release it, settling to that easy pose. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Swooping left arm behind you, right hand to left knee. Yogi gaze up over left shoulder as you breathe. I do invite you to turn the body to center, settling to that easy pose. I now invite you, we're going to take the soles of the feet touching as we settle to that Baddha Konasana. Feel free to take the hands to the toes, to the feet, whatever feels good for your body here. Being mindful that we drop those shoulders away from the ears. I now invite you, we're going to plant the feet on the mat and we're going to take the arms around those knees. We're going to give ourselves a good hug today. Taking a few settling breaths here. Letting that gratitude flow in here as we give ourselves a good hug. I now invite you, we're going to have those feet planted to the mat. We're going to take the arms to the sky. Knees are going to continue to be bent here. And then we're going to swoop those arms behind the body. I do invite you, we're going to lift the pelvic floor and the hips away from the mat, finding that reverse tabletop. And then take the hips to the mat. So we're going to practice that 2 more times. Breath in, lift those hips away from that mat. Exhale, and then take the hips to the mat. Inhale, lift those hips away, settle to that reverse tabletop. Exhale, take it down. I now invite you, hands to the knees. Breath in as you lift the feet away from the mat. And a gentle roll the body to the mat, knees to chest. Taking a few breaths here. I do invite you to let the legs just fall to the mat. We're going to breathe in and we're going to reach the hands to the sky as we lift the head away from our mat. We're going to hold and breathe here, giving that core some extra TLC. We're going to take 8 breaths. I now invite you, we're going to relax the head to the mat and take those arms overhead, full body stretch, taking 5 breaths here. We're now going to release the hands just beside us on the mat next to the hips. I do invite you to cross that right foot over left ankle. We're going to breathe in as we take the feet to the sky. Exhale, let the feet fall to the right. Inhale, take it to center. Exhale, let the feet fall to the left. Inhale, feet to the sky. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale, feet to the sky. Exhale, feet to the left. Inhale, feet to the sky. Exhale, feet to the right. Inhale, feet to the sky. Exhale, feet to the left. Inhale, feet to the sky. And we're going to release the feet. Slowly control that core movement down to the mat. Exhale. So I now invite you, we're going to have the feet grounded to the mat, but we're going to cross the left leg over the right leg here. Breath in. Then on your exhale, we're going to take the legs to the right as we take that yogi gaze to our left. I invite you to take a few settling breaths. Inhale, roll that body to center. And we're going to release left foot to the mat on that exhale. Inhale, right foot to the left knee. Cross the right leg over the left, apologies. And on the exhale, Take those knees and legs to your left as you take that yogi gaze to your right. Inhale, we're going to roll the body to center, and we're going to release right foot to the mat. I do invite you, we're going to take the hands underneath those hips. So we're going to practice a few reverse crunches as you take the tippy toes to the mat. And then you're going to roll the knees into the body. And there's going to be a little space from the hips to the mat. And then take tippy toes to the mat. So a few times here, use that core to pop those hips away from the mat. We're going to take the tippy toes to the mat, keeping the hands where they are. Take those feet and legs straight out, but heels are going to be away from that mat. Hold and breathe, 8 breaths. I now invite you, let those heels go to the mat. We're going to release the hands just to the side of our body. This is a time that we're going to settle in to that Shavasana. So feel free to grab a pillow, a blanket, whatever works for you. I invite you to close the eyes as you relax the jawline and forehead. Gentle inhale through the nose, gentle exhale through the mouth. This is the time to embrace that stillness on our mat and go to our happy place.